absolutely gorgeous sunset peeking through, some blue down to a gradient of orange, and then a beautiful sun, not too many clouds blocking that whatsoever. We have that blue here. Currently it's 73 degrees here in Tallahassee, partly cloudy, and just a little bit of winds coming from the south at 7 miles per hour. For our current temperatures of the Tallahassee area, we have here at home 72 degrees, though it does get slightly cooler down by the coast in Apalachicola. Then Tallahassee radar is clear for the evening. For tonight, we will be seeing some extreme weather in the plains. All that and more on FSU Weather.
Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU Weather Wednesday edition. I'm student meteorologist Melissa Geiger.
And I'm student meteorologist Luke Nasworthy.
And it has been a beautiful week so far here in Tallahassee. Sunny skies and really nice conditions, a lot different from those cool temperatures we felt lately. I know I've been loving the warmer temperatures. How about you?
I've been enjoying them. I enjoy the cold a little bit more, but it's definitely comfortable. It's definitely feeling more like Florida, definitely.
Definitely. Getting back into that warmer pattern. But the sunshine is going to be going away here soon. We are looking at some chance for not so pleasant weather in the next few days.
Yeah, it's going to get a little colder, and we'll have probably a little bit of rain coming this weekend, and then it'll warm up a little bit next week.
Absolutely. Looking at highs in the 80s for next week, starting off our week. Definitely looking forward to that if you're a native Floridian like I am. No, a lot of people aren't quite looking forward to that, but hopefully it'll actually work out to be a nice week next week.
Yep. All that and more here on FSU Weather.
Yep, and we'll be talking about the severe weather coming into the eastern U.S. as well. Seeing some potential for severe weather starting into tonight, and we'll go into detail that later here on the show. But for now, we're going to throw things over to the local forecast with Ian.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let's get a live look at Doak here. We got a gorgeous sunset right now. Absolutely picture-perfect scene out here at Doak Campbell Stadium. 73 degrees, a little bit warm for this time of year. Partly cloudy with winds out of the south at 7 miles per hour. And here's that radar. As we can see, there is absolutely nothing on radar in our area. Maybe a little bit of shower activity up here. But as for the Tallahassee area and the greater tri-state area, we are looking rather clear right now. So great conditions right now, warm, certainly unseasonable for this time of year. And here's that temperature almanac. As we can see, 77 degrees for today is the high, where our average is usually 68. Low is a little bit lower here, 40 degrees we had this morning with an average of 44. Nowhere near our record temperatures, but overall pretty warm in the afternoon, definitely warmer than usual. And here's those current temperatures again, 72 degrees here in Tallahassee, 73 in Monticello, 70 down in St. Mark's, a little bit cooler down here by the coast at Apalachicola, 67 down here. But overall pretty mild conditions across the tri-state area. And here's those dew points, really not too bad, 49 here in Tallahassee, 54 in Monticello, and 56 down here in Apalachicola, so high 40s to mid-50s across the tri-state area, really not too bad for this time of year. And here's that future radar. Maybe a little bit of cloud and shower activity going to be pushing through our area, but really for the next couple of days, not too bad. But we will be looking at the chance for some rainy conditions later in the week, as we're seeing starting to come in here at the end of Thursday, and that's going to be part of that system, the severe weather system that we'll be talking about a lot today. So yeah, certainly a change of pattern coming up with the next couple of days. And for tonight's forecast, 59 degrees here in Tallahassee, 58 in Monticello, 59 down in St. Mark's. High 50s across the region, definitely way warmer than average for this time of year. And for tomorrow's forecast, 75 here in Tallahassee, 69, a little bit cooler down here in St. Mark's, 82 over here in Perry, so 83 in Madison, so really quite warm conditions across the Tallahassee area. Again, tonight in Tallahassee, 57 degrees here, partly cloudy, a little bit of a wind here out of the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, as we can see, 75 degrees and partly cloudy conditions. A little bit windy here, winds out of the south at 16 miles per hour. But again, story of the day, much more warmer than average. And for that week ahead, 75 here tomorrow, 69 in Friday with those rain chances increasing into the weekend. A big cool down coming this weekend, 65 as a high, 40s down again, and then a huge warm up towards the end of the week. So as for now, though, I'm going to pass things off to Josh.
Thank you very much, Ian. So yeah, let's see what's going on around the state of Florida right now. All throughout the peninsula, we are seeing some onshore flow that's going to be bringing in showers from South Florida through Central Florida and eventually up through North Florida as well. But luckily for us here in Tallahassee, we are rain-free right now. Throughout the Panhandle, very similar story. We have very dry air sitting on top of us, but this, of course, is going to change as we head into tomorrow evening and Friday morning, as mentioned, where we could see a slight risk for some severe weather here in Tallahassee. Currently in Panama City Beach, we've got a beautiful sunset. It is 69 degrees, sunny skies with a brisk wind coming out of south-southeast at 9 miles an hour right now. So the Apalachicola radar is picking up a bit more of those scattered showers coming up through Central Florida, including Orlando, up through Gainesville right now. And as we head more towards the Atlantic coast, we are going to start to see even more showers start to come onshore near Daytona Beach, eventually up through Jacksonville and southern Georgia as well. So if you're in those areas along the I-95 corridor coming home from work right now, be prepared to see some possible scattered showers on your way home. Right now in Gainesville, we've got a similar story, partly cloudy skies. If you look off into the distance, you could start to see some of those scattered showers that are starting to move through their area right now. Currently in Gainesville, 71 degrees, sunny, but we do have some clouds in the area as well as a brisk wind coming out of the east at 11 miles per hour, which is helping to bring in a lot of those scattered showers, which we are especially seeing right now in South Florida from Palm Beach County through Broward down into Dade County. We are going to start to see a lot of these showers make their way inland as we head into the evening hours. Those of you on the coast probably saw the brunt of it already, but if you're living inland, be prepared for some of those heavier showers, especially over here in Broward right now. Looking in Miami right now, we are mostly cloudy, but if you look a bit down here, you could even see some of those rain bands off in the distance. So if you're over there, it is pretty wet right now. It's currently 70 degrees, cloudy conditions with even higher winds coming out of the east at 17 miles an hour, helping to bring those onshore showers into Miami-Dade County right now. Currently in Florida, we are seeing temperatures ranging anywhere from the low 70s up here in Tallahassee, all the way down to the 80s here in Tampa right now, 81. As you make your way a bit down south, those winds are helping to cool it down here in South Florida, 75 right now in Miami. It is muggy across a majority of the state of Florida right now because of all those showers that we're seeing, 64 here in West Palm. It gets a bit drier as you head north, 49 in Tallahassee right now because we aren't seeing those same showers as the rest of the peninsula has. For tonight in Florida, we are going to see some scattered showers start to make their way through this morning, early at 5 a.m. on Thursday, where you can see right now we've got some lightning that could be coming into the area here in North Florida, but as you make your way south, those conditions are going to clear up a bit. We've got the low 70s here in South Florida for tonight. And as for tomorrow, it's going to heat up. We've got 84. Our high will be 69, and over in Pensacola, the high will be 60 with some rain. But for now, we're going to zoom out a bit and take a look at the southeast without rain.
Yeah, so we are going to see some clouds on our radar right now throughout the southeast. So
Cold front moving through, bringing us a lot of rain in the next day or so. So with cold fronts, warm leads cold, and what you're going to see is our temperatures are in the 70s across the southeast right now. So we're here at 76 in Shreveport, and as we make our way east, we're going to see this temperature still in the 70s. Atlanta's a little cooler, and so is Charleston. As we make our way down Florida Peninsula, you're going to see those temperatures in the 80s. So our dew points, since this system is a little more west right now, that moisture is still coming through. So our dew points out west are going to be a little bit higher, and then as we make our way east, those dew points are dropping, but those dew points this week are going to pick up with this system and all the rain it's going to bring. So our southeast radar, we do have a little bit of showers off the coast of Miami, and then behind me, right here in Dallas, you see the beginning of this storm that we're really going to see bring potentially severe weather throughout the southeast. So we do have some onshore flow bringing a couple scattered showers into the Miami metropolitan area. So if you're on I-95 right now, please be safe with this potential rain coming through. So what we really want to focus on is this big band of rain. That's that cold front that is moving through tomorrow afternoon, potentially bringing very severe weather to the Mississippi, Alabama area. And that rain band, you can kind of see how defined that line is from that cold front. It's going to sweep through and bring us lots of showers into the southeast. That rainfall is actually this rainfall radar is a really good way to see it. So you see this purple, that's 1 to 2.5 inches right there. But really getting like half an inch to an inch here throughout the entire southeast region. Florida Peninsula, or Florida, kind of say it's dry. We do have a little bit of chance of rain in Pensacola, but really the southeast is going to get lots of rain tomorrow afternoon. Tonight's lows in the southeast,
we are going to be not as cold as we've seen later. So we're in the 60s here in Shreveport, Mississippi, in the 60s also. We're cooling off as we make our way east into Alabama and Georgia. But Florida staying warm, definitely Miami, always warm there. Tomorrow in the southeast, those temperatures are going to stay high because of that front. So warm leads cold, so you're going to see those temperatures staying in the 70s. And once it passes through, those temperatures are going to drop significantly. So right now you do see those chances of thunderstorms here in the more west of the south, in the southeast. As we make our way through, we're still seeing those storms. And then down in Florida, oh, my bad, I'm blocking it kind of, but we have 80s here in Tampa. So staying warm, but we're going to see those temperatures drastically cool off tomorrow afternoon. Now I'm going to throw it over to the desk and let them talk about our severe weather.
Thank you so much, Alana, for that beautiful look at the southeast. Here we're going to be talking a little bit about the severe weather to come.
Yeah. So
If we could get the graphics.
if we could get the graphics, yeah, there is going to be a severe weather event
Yes.
occurring in Oklahoma today, and
We're going to
that's
be seeing some very possible, very slight risk of tornadoes, actually, so we're going to need to be careful.
That's right. That's right. So that severe weather is going to start in the Oklahoma, Texas area. There, we got our graphics.
Here,
Let's go.
beautiful.
Let's bring it back here. There we go. All right.
So we'll be talking about the severe weather, and is it possible for the plains and the deep south?
That's right. So tonight there is a slight, and that's a 2 out of 5. That is a categorical risk issued by the Storm Prediction Center, and that's for North Texas and southern Oklahoma.
And for the states of Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee, tomorrow we will be seeing a slightly more enhanced risk of a 3 out of 5. And looking at our Storm Prediction Center storm outlook, here we have a visual view of what we were just describing of this severe weather to come in these states. Here in the yellow region, the worst region, really, we have a slight risk, and that just gets less and less as we go outwards towards the other states here. We're affecting Oklahoma City quite a bit, which we'll talk about a little bit later into the show.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the future radar here as we see this severe weather event develop. As we can see, we're going to see those storms start to develop into a line and sweep across Oklahoma. Oklahoma City is going to be in the crosshairs tonight, and you can see up towards the northeast, sort of that wintry mix is going to be, so this is all part of one system, but it is a little bit cooler up there, so we're going to see those storms sort of transition to more of a winter weather event.
Yes, and here's our, again, our Storm Prediction Center storm outlook for tomorrow when it gets much worse and much more severe. Here in that orange region, we're looking at possibility, or a pretty good possibility for 1 or 2 tornadoes in that region. We're looking at winds that are over 60 miles per hour and possibility for hail all within that region. And of course, it gets to be less and less as you go outwards.
Absolutely. So Memphis and Jackson, you're going to be in the crosshairs, and let's take a look at that radar as we see. So once again, same storm system, just going to be moving into tomorrow. It's going to be a big line of storms that's going to push through Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. All these areas, Memphis, Jackson, we're all going to be in the crosshairs for a severe weather event. And like you said, certainly a tornado risk, definitely a wind risk. And again, up there in the north, you can see where those temperatures are a little bit cooler. We're going to see that wintry mix here. So anyways, we are going to pass things off to Josh. He is going to be discussing actually a little bit of a closer in look at that severe weather risk tonight.
Thank you very much, Ian. Yes, so today we are going to be taking a look at Ardmore, Oklahoma. Now, what's so special about Ardmore with this week? This is actually the epicenter of that severe weather that's going to be rolling through the area tonight. Luckily, that's not in our area. Right now, that is in southern Oklahoma and northern Texas. Here's Ardmore right here in the middle. Nice conditions right now. It's currently 69 degrees, partly cloudy. Same for the rest of the area. But here's where those storm development is popping up right now. And you can tell that because they have higher dew points in that area, 58 down there in Sherman, so it is muggy. But going more towards the west, we have a dry line over here. That's what's helping to spark up all that severe weather that we're going to see roll through Ardmore overnight tonight. So these dew points are going to start to rise as that severe weather starts to come through the area. Right now, we can see some of these showers starting to fire off, especially to the west over in areas like Sherman in southern Oklahoma, over here in Antlers. You can see these showers seem to be coming out of nowhere almost, but it's that dry line working with moisture coming up from the Gulf which is going to spawn all this severe weather that's going to start to move through the southern plains and eventually into the southeast tomorrow. But right now, zooming out a bit, we can look a bit more to the south as well, where these showers are starting to come through the areas of Dallas and Fort Worth. Down here, even in Louisiana, we are starting to see some storm formation, and we have a lot of upper level clouds, a lot of lifting. It really is just perfect conditions to spark these severe weather conditions. Now, over the next 24 hours, this is the first 12 hours. So this is going to be Thursday at 7 a.m. A majority of that severe weather is already going to have made its way through. I'm going to run that back for you so you can take another look. Here we go, right overnight tonight, especially in the early a.m. hours, bam. All these red showers right here, this is what we need to keep an eye out for. These are where those tornadoes could spawn up, especially as we head into tomorrow. That weather is going to move out. We are going to see some winter weather a bit to the north where temperatures are cooler, but luckily for the area of southern Oklahoma, northern Texas, and Ardmore, it's going to be very nice as we head into tomorrow evening where those dry line starts to take over and we have nice dry conditions and clear skies. So for today, we do have a slight risk for severe weather in this area stretching from Oklahoma City all the way down to northern Dallas and Fort Worth, all the way west as we head into the areas more over here in central Texas and to the east, pushing over into Louisiana. Some of the watches and warnings in this area right now, over here in this dark pink is a fire warning. Over here is a winter weather advisory, and a little more to the north is a winter storm warning. So those are going to be areas where we are going to start to see some of that snowfall start to move through, some possible blizzard conditions as well. For tomorrow at 5 p.m., conditions are going to start to clear up. It's still going to be windy. 47 is going to be the temperature in Ardmore. For tonight, it's going to get down to a low of 40. We are going to see these PM storms, possible severe weather with a brisk wind coming out of the south. And then over the next 3 days, we're going to see conditions really dry up Friday and Saturday. We're going to have highs in the 50s and 60s, low in the low 30s. So we should have pretty nice weather over there in Ardmore. But right now, Melissa's going to zoom us out into the national look.
That's right. Oklahoma isn't the only state that's going to be experiencing severe weather over the next few days. Much of the country, especially the eastern coast, is going to be seeing some severe weather. But right now, our temperatures 14 in Bismarck, seeing some really cool conditions up north, 53 in Albuquerque, 63 in Los Angeles, warming up into the 70s on the East Coast, looking at our typical summer pattern that we want to see for this time of year. And then for our dew points, you see a dry air behind those fronts sitting there right now. And over much of the southeast, we are seeing warmer, moist conditions, which is providing that lift in moisture that's going to be causing those storms here in the next few 24 hours that you're going to have to look out for. So there's a lot going on that's aiding those storms in their development. So as these fronts continue to move over, they're going to build, and we're going to be seeing a lot more severe weather. Again, chance for tornadoes, severe strong winds, and hail, all potentially dangerous situations, so you're going to want to stay up to the date with this. As the cold front continues to move over, we will be seeing drier and cooler conditions once again, but we will be warming back up here in the southeast shortly thereafter. Along with the front, you can see the drier air moving over to Texas. The moist air is being pushed out, and the dry air will come in behind it, creating those nice dry conditions. Might need to even break out your chapstick. So it's going to be nicer conditions afterwards, but we have to make it through that severe weather first. For our radar, some cloud cover and some snowfall even in parts of the northwest, seeing snowfall over Idaho and over by Billings. Moving over farther to the east, seeing more rainfall. Still seeing snowfall near Rapid City and Minneapolis, but seeing more rain over into the Great Lakes states. For the northeast, seeing much of the same. Rainfall and snowfall continuing to move over, continuing cloud cover. Not the nicest conditions we want to see. But the southeast right now is pretty sunny and clear. Some showers moving through here and there, but overall some nice conditions. Again, we will be seeing that severe weather moving in here in the next few days. Over in Texas, seeing similar conditions, some rainfall coming into Houston. But zooming out, we do have a lot of watches and warnings in effect right now. These dark pink areas are fire weather warnings, so really dry conditions, which aren't going to be made better by that dry air being pushed in by that front. The lighter pink is the winter storm warnings, and the purple color is the winter storm advisories. So again, potentially dangerous situations. And way up north by Minneapolis, we do have winter storm watches as well. So again, stay up to date on what's going on. Make sure you're keeping you and your family safe. But for our storm outlook, seeing a slight risk for today and going into tonight. Again, chance of severe weather for tornadoes, hail, and strong winds. So again, stay up to date. Make sure you're keeping it on your radar as we go through today. But for tonight, looking at cooler temperatures over much of the country. 9 in Kansas City, 23 in Denver. See a pretty solid cutoff of where that front is sitting right now. See a dark blue line and all of a sudden jumping up in temperature, 26 and 27 in Dallas-Fort Worth. And as that front continues to move through the southeast, we will be seeing those warmer temperatures, or cooler temperatures. For tomorrow, again, that front will continue moving to the east, and we will again see cooler temperatures moving in with 40s and 30s out west and 70s here in the southeast. I know I'm looking forward to that. So what's in store for Tallahassee in the next few days, Luke?
Thank you, Melissa. Tallahassee is looking beautiful, to be honest. We have currently a beautiful sunset just finishing up here over Doak Campbell Stadium. You still see some of those pinks and oranges and blues. Right now it's 73 degrees, partly cloudy with a just slight wind of 7 miles an hour from the south. Again, our temperature almanac, it's actually quite warmer than usual, but our low is kind of right where it is. But I'm happy we're not quite getting as warm as the 85 record set back in 1989. Now looking at Tallahassee radar, completely clear. We have just some scattered showers down I-75, kind of in that Orlando-Gainesville area, but Tallahassee is completely clear. Now looking at the general Florida radar, again, you can see just some scattered showers here down the east coast of Florida, down in Sebastian, as well as down in Miami, just some of that onshore flow, bringing some moisture and just some scattered showers. So if you're going down I-95 tonight, just be careful of that rain. Now looking at the future radar, just a little bit of cloud cover looking at Tallahassee, but going from Thursday into Friday, we will see some onshore flow coming from the Gulf of Mexico up to see just a little bit of rain coming for Friday. Now looking at the local temperature, it's about low 70s pretty much everywhere around. We got 74 up in Valdosta, 72 here in Thomasville, a beautiful 72 in Tallahassee, and as you get to the coast, it's going to be a little bit cooler, 70 St. Mark's, 70 in Crawfordville, and 70 in Sumatra. Now looking at tonight, it's going to be quite warmer than the past 2 nights we've experienced, nowhere near in the 40s or the 30s that we experienced ago. We got it almost in the 60s here, so 59 in Tallahassee, 59 in St. Mark's, and actually here down the coast, since it's a little bit more moist air, they don't get quite as low. So we got 60 here in Carabel and 62 down in Apalachicola. Now looking at tonight in Tally, again, it's going to be high 50s, just a little bit of clouds, very slight wind, east-southeast at 6 miles an hour. And again, looking for tomorrow, another beautiful day to go outside, just like it was today. It's going to be mid to high 70s, up in 82 actually down here in Perry, 83 in Madison. So we're starting to quite almost get out of winter here and get into spring as it's starting to warm up and get more moist. Again, 79 up here in Thomasville, a beautiful 75 in Tallahassee, and then a little bit cool here down the coast, 69 in Apalachicola, 68 in Carabel. Now again, if you're looking to walk that dog, it's going to be a beautiful day no matter what time you go. It's going to be sunny and partly cloudy skies, so 63 if you're walking it early in the morning, 9 a.m., 72 here at noon, and then as you get in the afternoon, it's going to be warmer just a little bit, up to 73. Now again, looking at the week ahead, so tomorrow it's going to be a beautiful 75, but again, as showers come in from that system, it's going to be 40% chance of rain here on Friday, 69 degrees, and then it's going to be a little bit cooler, but as we get into next week, we're going to see some temperatures in the 80s. Now we'll pass it off to Allie-Ann with how that's going to affect our lifestyle here.
Thank you, Luke. So yeah, right now we have some pretty sunsets throughout our area here. So that pretty sunset over St. George right now, and then a few clouds at the Sportsplex, and then there in Panama City you still have that sun setting. So here's the weather stem from FSU over Doak. It's actually on Pensacola Garage. It's a great place to go watch the sunset, but it's beautiful skies right now in Tallahassee. Airport delays. Unlikely here in Tallahassee. We have great conditions, so if you are traveling, now is the time to do it. And then our airports for across the country, still seeing some pretty good temperatures and flying conditions, but if you are in the mid-central U.S., right now is probably not the time to get on a plane. Our dog walk forecast, I do believe this is my friend's dog, Laura, Sadie, so Tomorrow morning around 7 a.m. is a nice time. It's going to be a brisk 58, but it's going to warm up throughout the day. We're going to reach 70 around 11 a.m. where that sun's going to be shining, bring us that daytime heating for temperatures. For your stargazing forecast, we almost have a full moon. So if you do want to see constellations, tonight's not the night to see them, my bad. But we do have a very good chance to see that full moon tonight. We also have a big game tonight in the Tuck. We had a narrow, very, very close win last night against Clemson. So on your way to the Tuck tonight, if you are going to the game, cheer on the Seminoles playing Pittsburgh, but 48 degrees on the way to the Civic Center. Your school week planner, we have great conditions for tomorrow and Friday, but as we reach into that weekend, we are going to see that chance of rain. And those temperatures are going to drop with that rain, so we're going to see our lows in the 40s on Saturday, but a chance of thunderstorms Saturday. We are going to clear up a little bit and just have some brisk showers Sunday afternoon. But tomorrow, if you do plan on going out at all, tomorrow is the time to do it. We are going to be in the 70s and reaching the lows in the 40s tomorrow afternoon. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw things over to the desk and let Josh and Genevieve wrap up our show.
Thank you so much, Allie-Ann, for that beautiful look at our lifestyle planner. Allie-Ann just showed us some beautiful temperatures that we're seeing currently today in the mid-70s and tomorrow as well. Some really dry temperatures, some really warm temperatures, some that I really enjoy.
Yes, lucky for us here in the panhandle of Florida, we are really warm and we're really dry, which is great for this time of year, especially, I'd be still thinking that we're wearing sweaters to class every day, but today I walked in with shorts and a t-shirt. It was excellent.
Absolutely, but sadly for the rest of the country, they cannot say the same as they are getting severe weather all across the board. We're having firestorm warnings through the south towards Texas, and we're having what Josh talked about earlier in the show, the severe weather happening in Oklahoma. Tell us more, Josh.
Right, yeah, so that fire warning is actually something to do with that dry line that's actually helping to create all that severe weather that we're going to start to see tonight over southern Oklahoma and northern Texas, which is eventually going to move into the southeast with the help of that cold front that Melissa showed us on the national scale that has all those winter weather warnings and winter weather advisories that's bringing all that snow to the Great Plains right now.
Of course, so if you are in any of those affected areas like Ardmore, Oklahoma, or any of the neighboring states, we have Tennessee, Mississippi, any of those southern states, you're going to want to take shelter. Be careful when driving.
Right, of course, and go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter to keep up with us at FSU Weather.
Like us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
Of course, and you can also give us a view on YouTube, which might be watching us right now on YouTube Live.
And please, please, please follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. We love to chat with you, and we love seeing your photos.
Exactly. And tomorrow, tune in. We might have some severe weather coverage tomorrow to watch over the southeast, but for tonight, I'm student meteorologist Josh Green.
I'm student meteorologist Genevieve Rejock, and we'll be passing it right to the wall with Luke for our 7-day look.
All right, thank you, Genevieve and Josh. Here's one last look at the 7-day forecast here. Beautiful 75 degrees for Thursday, but it's going to be cooling down over the weekend. 40% chance of rain for Friday. Cooling down to the 60s highs again on Saturday in the 40s. And then, again, like I said earlier, it's going to really warm up into the 80s for next week. Thank you again. That's Luke Nazarworthy.